Hello again, folks. Welcome back and strap yourselves in because it's time to tear into the absolute circus that is Keir Starmer's Labour government and their latest welfare debacle. So picture this. You're on PIP, personal independence payment, or some other welfare benefits, just trying to get by, maybe because life's dealt you a rough hand. You're not asking for a yacht or a penthouse, just enough to keep the lights on and maybe afford a cup of tea without selling a kidney. And then along comes Keir Starmer, our fearless Prime Minister, with his grand plan to reform the welfare system. Reform my foot. More like a sledgehammer to the knees of the most vulnerable in society. Now, let's get to the juicy bit. Starmer thought he could waltz into number 10 and start slashing benefits like he's auditioning for the ghosts of Tory past. His big idea? Tighten the screws on PIP and universal credit, making it harder for disabled people to get the support they need. We're talking about roughly 400,000 people who are staring down the barrel of losing thousands of pounds a year, 4,500 on average, according to some reports anyway. Now, that's not pocket change. That's food, rent, medicine, trivial stuff like survival. And who's behind this master plan? None other than Work and Pension Secretary Liz Kendall, who must have thought she was channeling Margaret Thatcher with a red rosette. But here's where it gets good. Starmer's own party, over 120 Labour MPs to be precise, decided they've had enough of this nonsense. That's right, more than 100 of his own backbenchers, led by the likes of Dame Meg Hillier, chair of the Treasury Committee, said, "Not on our watch, mate." They signed an amendment which would have torpedoed the whole universal credit and PIP bill faster than you can say U-turn. And trust me, when you've got 126 MPs from your own side ready to mutiny, you're not just in hot water, you're boiling in a pot of your own making. So what does our brave leader do? Does he stand his ground, stick to his Labour value of fairness? He keeps banging on about, he caves, doesn't he? He folds like a house of cards in a windstorm. After days of crisis talks, Starmer and his team scramble to offer major concessions. So current PIP claimants, you're safe for now. Those already getting benefits won't face the chop, and universal credit adjustments will supposedly protect incomes for the most vulnerable. That's what Liz Kendall's letter to MPs promised anyway. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Except the MS society's out there saying, hold your horses, this is just kicking the can down the road. And, they're not wrong. New claimants, still screwed. And that £5 billion Starmer wanted to save by 2030, well, his claim down's already cost him £1.5 billion, so now he's got a official black hole to fill. Guess who's footing the bill? You, me, and every other taxpayer, because apparently Labour values include unfunded spending commitments. Now, let's not kid ourselves. This isn't Starmer suddenly discovering his moral compass. This is a man who saw rebellion so big it could have ended his premiership before his tea went cold. Over 120 MPs, including 12 select committee chairs, were ready to hand him his first major Commons defeat. That's not rebellion, that's a revolution, and it's not just about benefits. Labour MPs are fed up anyway. They're fed up with Starmer's tenure, his absence from the Commons, his team's bullying tactics, amongst other things. One MP was even told a defeat could spark a leadership contest. Can you imagine that? Keir Starmer, the man who won a landslide, dodging a coup because he couldn't stop picking on disabled people. And don't get me started on the optics. The Tories, yes, the Tories, are sitting back, sipping their gin and calling this another screeching U-turn from a weak Labour government. Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride's out there saying Starmer's chaos will cost taxpayers dear. Kemi Badenoch's dangling her support for the bill, but only if it cuts the welfare budget without raising taxes. Well, good luck with that one, Keir. Meanwhile, charities like the MS Society are urging MPs to keep fighting, warning that these concessions are nowhere near enough. And they're right, This isn't a victory, it's a stay of execution. So if you're on PIP or any other benefit, here's the deal. You've dodged a bullet, but the gun's still loaded. Starmer's bill is limping towards its second reading on Tuesday, and while the rebels might let it squeak through, don't be fooled. This government still got its eye on reforming your lifeline. And by reform, they mean cuts. They'll dress it up as fairness, but it's the same old story. Politicians who've never missed a meal deciding who deserves to eat, and if you're not on benefits, well, you're still paying for this mess because someone's got to plug that 1.5 billion hole. And another thing, Labour MPs were elected to stand up for people like you, not to play Simon Says with Starmer's austerity fetish. Many of these rebels came into politics because they saw what Tory cuts did to their communities. They're not here for Starmer's half-baked reforms that hit the disabled hardest. So what's it going to be, Keir? Are you going to listen to your party, your voters and your conscience? Or are you going to keep dodging, weaving and hoping nobody notices you're governing like a Tory in a red tie? So if you're on PIP, if you're on universal credit, if you're just trying to get through the day, here's my advice. Don't let these clowns in Westminster take you for granted. Make some noise, write to your MP, tell them you're watching, because if 126 Labour rebels can force Starmer to blink, imagine what you can do. So stay loud, stay angry, and don't let them reform you into the poorhouse. And that's my video. Hope you like. Let me know what you think in the comments as usual. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing. And if you haven't yet, what on earth are you waiting for? I'll catch you at the next video. Roger Trout.